Hello to everyone out there in Cyberland and all my Transformers hooligans. It's time for another episode of DIECAST North's Galactic Hooligan. And Bobby Grana, we've Nitty to all of you out there. I'm really happy that you're actually joining me right now. I'm actually up to 138 subscribers. I'm super stoked about that. Thank you all for joining me. I'm actually really happy about that. And especially to new subscribers, Stangboy Prime, Casey Spain. I actually got a remark on from Probable Cause. That's Probable Cause, and I love the way that's actually spelled and everything like that. Gave me a great feedback on the Kiki's video that I actually did. If you're actually looking for something to tighten your joints, just look at that video and everything like that. And that's actually a great one. And Dave Copeland, thank you all. Also to my sweetheart Sarah, who actually decided to join me and everything like that. She loves the videos that I actually do. She especially loves my especially geeky side and everything like that. I love hers as well. I'm actually trying to get her to actually do some videos also and everything like that, because she is such a great big board gamer and everything. You actually have to see her board game collection. It's amazing. Almost as good as this collection that I actually have over here, but her collection is amazing. You know, I'm still trying to get to learn some of her stuff. So actually, thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate all of you and everything. And today I'm doing a redo on the video that I actually did last week. And not on something that you've actually seen, but I did a video and then I looked at it because I kept on thinking it was actually just total low energy and everything like that, and I just needed to get back to this again. So without further ado, I'm actually going to give you Transformers Alternators Skids. And he's actually really cool. I've always loved this model of a car and everything. He's actually going to be a Scion XB, and I've always wanted to review this guy. So grab a snack and come and join me and everything. I'm really appreciative to all of you. If you haven't already, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'd really appreciate that. Share me like a blunt, everybody, because I'm actually looking for new subscribers and everything, and I would really love to be a lot more of a household name. So just share me around, please, and I appreciate all of you again. So without further ado, I'm going to take you over to stage A, and we will talk about this amazing figure. I'll see you soon. Here we are, Transformers Alternator Skids. And I really love this figure so much. He's actually such a great character. He's actually coming from the Transformers Alternators line. And this was actually back in 2005. So I've actually had this guy for quite a while. He's one of those figures that actually comes out that actually makes you want to say he's boxy, but he's nice, you know? Very, very cool. I love that. I've always loved this figure altogether and everything like that. And this car was actually always always hit a sweet spot to me and everything like that. Me being into subcompact hatchbacks and everything. And I kind of consider this more of a subcompact hatchback more than anything else. But he doesn't really scale that way or anything like that. I remember him being a lot smaller. So I remember this Scion XB being a lot smaller than any of the than most of the other cars and everything. And I would kind of think that he actually sized a lot more with most hatchbacks, the GTI and that sort of thing. But just let me bring him over here with one of his alternator buddies, and there he goes with Smokescreen. Remember, it's not going to be a BT Smokescreen. My BT Smokescreen is stellar. This one's actually Alternator Smokescreen. You'll know that because of the miscoloring over here and on the trunk itself and everything like that. The Alternators line wasn't always the best when it actually came down to longevity and everything like that, especially since me being a bad collector, leaving it in the sun and everything on my windowsill and everything like that. Not always the best place to leave your figures, my friends, so take note from me and everything altogether. But Skids actually held up, and this guy's actually pretty cool also and everything. So That's actually a really good size comparison. I really always thought that being at 124 scale, this Scion would actually be like a lot smaller maybe than this, than the WRX here and everything. I mean, as far as like where they actually are here, hold on, just let me, whoops, just want to bring up my camera a little bit. As far as where they are here, I guess they're actually kind of like in scale and everything. I don't know, like if anybody ever saw these two cars like together and everything like that in like the same place or anything, let me know if I'm actually off. I really do think that the Scion XB will probably be a little bit smaller or something. Say like maybe like the size of like a Suzuki Swift or whatever, you know? But like every time I see this guy, I always think that they were actually like thinking of Ironhide more than anything else, you know? And I'm just gonna bring in my KO Masterpiece Ironhide here and everything like that for comparison and everything, you know? The Masterpiece tends to be like a lot smaller and everything. So like he's not at 124 scale or anything like that, but like look at these guys together. It's actually like amazing what a few years actually made and everything like that. Also, what you could actually get for 20 bucks back then and everything like that was actually just wonderful. But like this is Masterpiece and say like this is Alternators, and I love still yet the Alternators and the Alternity lines and everything all together, because with these lines you are still able to get like a lot of play value here and everything like that, as far as opening doors. Just let me open this a little bit. So you actually had like opening doors, and it wasn't just like this door that opened or anything like that, but it was also the back doors. Just let me get my fingers in here so you can actually see what I'm actually talking about. And don't mind this, nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Actually, that's actually just part of the transformation, really, you know what I mean? But nothing's broken here or anything like that, so don't think that. I just have to like kind of like slot it back to where it actually was supposed to be. But like, there we go. With this, you actually had a lot in the way of like playability and everything. You actually have like actual seats and everything, not only just like the front seats but the back seats too, and that's actually really great. Plus you actually have like all this window, like all this detail right in here. You actually have like the speedometer and everything like that. You can actually easily see the speedometer like just like right in there and everything like that. That's actually really cool. Radio, your steering wheel, and like your whole entire dashboard was actually right there. Glove compartment, you know what I mean? They actually they actually really like just put like a lot of great details into this, you know? Just let me open up this back right over here. All the way through and through, these guys were actually just like stupendous. You even had like the ability to open up the trunk and everything like that also. There we go. You couldn't really put anything in the back trunk or anything like that because, like, you know, the feet were actually there. You know what I mean? But like, aside from that, just like so much great detail and everything like that going into this figure. You open up the hood, you actually have your Toyota engine and everything, you know? And that's actually such great, I mean, I can't say enough about this. If you actually turn him over, you actually know he's actually going to be a robot, you know what I mean? Like, you actually kind of like see like his crotch piece and his cut piece right over here and everything like that, his hands, you know what I mean? But like, if you actually decided to like turn his hands around or kind of like fashion it in some other way and everything like that, to like actually make it like a little bit more invisible to the eye, you wouldn't really know that these were actually cars and or that these were actually transforming robots or anything. In fact, I used to leave these out all the time, and friends would actually just like come over and everything like that, just like really like loving my model car collection and everything. And whenever I said that these were Transformers, and they were just like really astounded, you know what I mean? Because like, if you actually look at this guy, he really doesn't look like he's actually supposed to transform. I mean, you actually see like a couple of scenes here and there and everything, but like really just like great work all together, you know? Still rubberized wheels, and the fact that he can actually like, he actually has an axle, you know? You can actually make it like go in the direction you actually want him to turn and everything like that. And that's actually really great. I love it. Here he goes, your Skids license plate right over there, personalized, you know. I love the fact that these like backlights are actually like so just like really well detailed and everything, you know. Just great. Scion emblem, flames, even though like I don't really think these guys were actually made for speed, but like flames, why not, you know, because like you can actually go to light speed whenever you actually put flames on the front of a car, you know. I mean on the sides of the car. And like this grill, this attention to like detail is actually really amazing. I love alternators in BT just for those reasons. So I'm actually going to give you like a quick transformation into this guy, and I will be back in a moment. I'm still really loving this guy. All right, my hooligans, I'm not going to say that transforming this guy is actually hard at all or anything, just like a little involved, you know what I mean? So what we're actually going to do first is we're actually going to start off by going to the trunk right over here and lifting that right from this piece right over here that's actually going to be the back bumper. So I want to just pull this all the way up, and there's like a double hinge that's actually right over here and over here where you'll actually just like move that up. Then we're actually going to work on the feet first. So I'm going to bring this back and just like let it stay there like this at the moment. So right now your auto mode is actually like this. I'm also going to open up the front. I'm going to take like this I'm going to take this this bearing right over here that's actually supporting the side of the car, and I'm actually going to move that out with the whole entire door. After that, I'm going to extend the legs. The legs are right there. I'm going to drop the feet down a couple of clicks and then just like rotate that right by the ankle right over here, and that'll actually like put your feet in place, and then take out the heel spur and then just let it go like this, and there we are. And basically you've actually gotten the feet. All you want to do now is just open the back door and slide that down, and open the back door, and there's a double slide. There's a slider that's actually right on the inside of the door, so all you want to do is slide that door down. The one thing that I actually think that they actually missed out on is just like taking this window and like creating another hinge so it can actually lie down in the back or something, along with this chair, along with this bucket seat right back here. So like I think that actually they kind of like lost out on that, but like what are you gonna do? After that, just separate the feet, and then we're going to take the whole entire hood of the car and bring it all the way up. Windows that like, what do you call it? Side windows and all. Then we're going to take this whole entire windshield and rotate it all the way back. Am I right? Yeah, we're going to rotate it all the way back, and then we're going to collapse this piece right over here, and we're actually going to break it right over here. There's actually going to be like an arm that attaches to a hinge that makes that whole entire thing possible, and then just lie that right down on the windshield. After we lie the whole entire back section right onto the windshield, we're actually just going to slide this just down a little bit, the two seats in the back here, the two seats in the front, and just rest it over here. Now you can actually come over here and swing it out and just take it right off of him altogether, which actually creates a better look for his robot mode. But right now, I'm actually just going to leave it over here. I never really had an issue with it just like hanging off of him altogether. But for a lot of you, it's actually going to create like this strange look where he actually has just seats just like hanging right off of his ass or something like that. You know what I mean? But that's actually that's just pretty much it. Once you actually get here, all you want to do is just take out, let's see, there we go. Now all you want to do is just take out his engine block right over here, which actually has his head embedded right in there. So all you want to do is take off the engine block. That'll actually become his weapon. And we'll actually rotate these doors out just a bit, just like that. After that, we're actually going to just make a little bit of room. There's like a hinge that actually goes on an arm that could actually goes right from his, I guess, his neck all the way over to his, to the front, right over here to his front hood. Then we're actually going to just like create a little bit of leverage, take one of his arms and move it all the way out by a hinge that's right over here, and we'll just bring it over here. Then do the same thing. Take that arm and just bring that out and move it all the way out over here. There we go. And that actually creates his two arms. Then just bring everything in. So on this hinge, you actually just want to bring that down, and then there is a piece right over here where his neck should rest, and just bring this whole entire back section right to the front. Just move his wings a little bit in, and then just bring this in and then lock it right in there. That'll actually become like more of a shoulder harness that actually like becomes like a part of his auto mode, and all you have to do is just lock it in there. They actually have like, there are a couple of pegs that actually just peg right in there. And once you're actually done with that, all you actually need to do is like straighten things up a little bit, and there you go. And that is Skids in robot mode. And now that we have Skids in his amazing robot mode, I can't wait to talk more about him with you and everything, and like show off a little bit more about this guy. So I'm going to take you back over to stage A, and we'll continue taking a look at this amazing bot. And here we are, and welcome back, and here we are back again with Alternator Skids. I really love this guy. I love everything about him. I think that you know, Hasbro and Takara actually really knocked it out the park when they actually like created this guy all together. Let's take a quick look at his like grill and everything, because like this guy actually just has like a young Ironhide like all together and everything in his face. I know he's actually supposed to be Skids, but like still yet though, like that's the first thing I think of whenever I see him, you know? He's actually just got like those great yellow eyes and everything like that, you know? Like, I love everything about like the overall design about this guy. He's actually really awesome. You know, there are a couple of places here and there where I could actually nitpick and everything like that. Like, I kind of wish that there was a way to like a more eloquent way to hide this and there is. Like, you could always take this and then like this hinge right over here leads into a rotational joint that's actually right here. So if you actually really wanted to and just wanted to use his trunk and just like, you could always just like do this and then just collapse that trunk right over his windshield, and then you actually have like a totally another another look for him and everything like that. That really does, it's actually really cool also and everything, although you actually do still have like this giant trunk right over here. So one thing that Alternators sometimes actually was not like eloquent in doing was like actually making like a great way of like hiding their trunks and everything like that, you know? I mean, they're actually great for like so many reasons, but sometimes the eloquence of like being able to like do certain things like that just wasn't there with Alternators or anything. But he actually does make up for it, you know? Let me just give you a couple of quick size comparisons with this guy. Masterpiece Ironhide. I really think that it's actually kind of like interesting to see how much more sizable Ironhide actually becomes once he's actually in robot mode, and like it's actually kind of cool to like see. And I really do think that they were actually going for like an Energon Ironhide with this, so I'm actually thinking Young Warrior to Seasoned Vet, you know what I mean? So like it's actually very cool just to like see this comparison and everything all together. Although I do think that like this version of Ironhide is actually like a little bit more out of scale and everything, but then again also because of the car that he actually was and everything, I want to say that he was actually a Toyota too. Correct me if I'm wrong, it could actually be that, or he could have actually been a Mitsubishi or something. I don't remember exactly what kind of van he was actually supposed to be, but still yet though, like just a great size comparison. Also, I'm going to give you a size comparison with Transformers Alternators Smokescreen. I really think that it's actually really cool to see exactly what we actually got from 2003 to 2005. You know, and there were like a lot of like engineering differences and everything like that. What this guy actually loses on articulation, this guy actually makes up for, and vice versa. Like on this guy, you actually have like more of the twist on the waist and everything. This guy doesn't have it because of like his articulation, but he actually does make up for it in his like bicep swivel. You know, like he actually has a few good things going and everything like that. He actually has, giving you a good close-up of this guy, he actually has like a really nice like ball joint right over here on his head and everything like that. He can actually look up, down, he can actually tilt his head a bit and everything like that also. So like he actually has like a lot of good emotion and everything like that going for him and everything like that. And you can actually, like, if you were actually animating him, I think you can actually get like a good amount of emoting from him altogether. He actually does have like hinges on his door where it actually swings back and forth and everything. He also has like a slight tilt right over here that's actually inhibited by his backpack. He has a rotational joint right over here at his shoulder and a hinge joint right over here. He actually also has a mushroom peg right over here, I think, that actually like enables him to like actually have like upper arm movement and everything right by the bicep. So that's actually cool. And that's something you never really saw on the Alternators altogether and everything like that. So I'm glad that this guy actually had it. It always bothered me that like Smokescreen couldn't do this or anything like that, or that Wheeljack couldn't do this. But like somebody like a character like this could. You know what I mean? And like I really think that it was actually such a lost opportunity on like a lot of figures that they could have easily molded that into it, and or that they could have actually designed that into it and everything, you know? He actually has like a double jointed elbow. He actually has an in and out right over here. That's actually very cool actually. And it's not due to transformation at all or anything like that. So that's actually very cool. I love that. He actually has like a rotation on the wrist. He actually has like an individual pointer finger and everything that can actually go out. And he also has 3 fingers on like a hinge. No waist or rotation or anything like that due to the transformation and due to this sliding back seat and everything. But he actually does have, he can actually go in and out. He actually only goes out that far to the back seat and everything, but if you actually did remove the back seat, he actually gets a lot more motility there. He also has like, can he do Kung Fu? Yes, he can. He can actually do like an easy roundhouse right over here. He also has like thigh rotation, which is also really nice here. He actually goes all the way back like about that far and everything like that, so a little bit under 90 degrees. Let's see. He also has an ankle pivot. He actually has dorsiflexion, everything that you could actually get on this guy. The one thing that was actually horrible about mine was that mine actually had like a really loose joint on the ankle and everything, so I actually had to come into it with like a little bit of kikis and everything in order to like make that work. But like aside from that, I really haven't had any like real issues with this guy altogether. The only, like I said, I keep on thinking the only things that I would have actually changed about him were like very few things and everything. Probably like the way that these actually interact and everything like that. I think I would have actually like found a way to like bring that down. Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. I think I would have actually like really wanted to find a way to bring this down and then in, so then this actually becomes a little bit more involved, like integrated into his ankle and everything all together, giving you like more of a fuller foot or something like that, and hiding this peg. Because like I think that would have actually been like really cool. Like the way these glass windows actually, work here, I think it's like one hinge away from actually being perfect. And this right over here, the bucket seats right on his butt right here and everything. I think there would have actually been like a better way to like involve that with the transformation or something. I mean, I know you can actually take it off, you know, and it actually gives him like a better look altogether. But like aside from that, like I think there's like very little that I would have actually changed about him and everything. Like I really like him a lot, you know, and if you didn't notice, he didn't have his engine block gun or anything like that, so all that involves is just putting out the barrel and then just putting it right into his hand right over here. So that's actually very cool, and it's actually stable but not stable. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually like a lot more stable than like a lot of figures that we actually have gotten and everything like that. But I really like the way that actually works, you know? It's just like a small peg and everything like that that actually goes right into his hand. And then you can actually put it in either or hand. So that's really not bad. But like, aside from that, he's actually like a very cool figure. I really like this guy a lot. I really do highly recommend him. If you haven't gotten him at all or anything like that, and you actually I really think that you should actually take a good look at him. So I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this guy. Thanks for joining me again, guys. I really appreciate it. So I really do think that Alternators Skids actually belongs in your collection. If anything else, if like anything from like the Alternators line actually did, I can't think of anybody better or anything like that. Like, I really love like Mirage also, and we're gonna have to like do a review on him pretty soon and everything. And there are a lot of like other bots that you could actually get that are actually worth the money and everything like that. I mean, they're actually all still worth it. Like, I actually really enjoy this character, I think, more than most, actually, you know? His portly proportions and everything like that, the way he actually works and everything like that, it's just wonderful. He's not too complicated. He's actually kind of like in between the not too complicated and complicated enough with the transformation. So I think he's actually really cool. I think you should actually really pick one up if you can, you know? I'm still looking for like the actual blue and red colors of Skids that actually were like the thing to actually get, and as far as this guy is actually concerned, you know? But like, I really still love like this design, and these overall colors are just fantastic. I'm still loving the flames on the side and everything like that, even though he's like not really that fast or anything like that, so I guess that's actually kind of ironic, you know what I mean? But like he actually stands to be like one of the best bots that I actually have in my collection. So if you actually do decide to get him, you won't be sorry whatsoever. And that's it for me today for DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan, that actually says that when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. Also, the most galactically hooliganistic thing that you can actually do, my Transformers hooligans, is be kind to one another. Make sure that you actually treat everyone with kindness and respect out there and everything, and play it forward, you know? Also, keep on wearing a mask, you know? There's no reason for it whatsoever or anything like that. We're actually still in COVID season. Still, be a hero, wear a mask, you know? And that's pretty much it. If you could actually track one of these down, I sincerely think that he's actually going to like really just like bring you a lot of happiness and everything. So like, I really love him. So, there we go. I will definitely talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me again. And remember, share me around. Also make comments. You know, I always look forward to your comments and everything. I'm always reading them and everything and responding, you know? So, there we are. I will definitely talk to you soon.